everybody, my name is Kelsey and we're about to get very, very nerdy with books that I bought this month. It is officially February, so I thought what we would do is we would go through all of the books that I have purchased so far in 2018, aka January. So I've discovered things about myself. I have months where I'm really, really good and I buy like 2 books. It's great and I feel very productive and I save money. And then there are months where I don't and I buy lots of books. And January was just one of those months. So yes, I bought 14 this month. Yay! I have a problem. But I will say I only bought one full price. I do buy books at different places, specifically bargain bookstores or half-priced bookstores or places like Goodwill and Plato's Closet where they're like $1 or $2 and I feel like I'm not spending as much money as I would if I got them other places, so that's a plus. So I have a lot to get through today. I'm going to try to keep the synopsises. Alexa, what's the plural of synopsis?
Synopsis' plural form is synopses.
Synopses. Ooh! So these synopses are going to be short because A, there's a lot of books to get through, and B, I don't know a whole lot about them. I only know what I read on the back. Let's get going. So the first and only book that I bought at Barnes & Noble is The Breath of Snow and Ashes by Diana Gabaldon. This is the 6th in her Outlander series. I had 1 through 5 and 7, and I'm trying to get all of them before I start because I know I'm going to get really into the series and I want to own as many as I can before I start reading. I don't actually know what this book is about because it's the 6th in a series and I've not read the back because I don't want to spoil the first 5 for me because I'm afraid that something on here is going to tell me something. I'm excited. Next few books I got at my first visit to Goodwill. And the first one I got was Where We Belong by Emily Gethin. From what I understand on the back, this is about a television producer who has like a perfect life, a perfect job, everything, and this teenager just shows up at her door and kind of like brings back a bunch of memories from the past. And it doesn't say on the back, but my theory, I'm pretty sure, is that it's her kid from like a past life. The first thing that took my attention with this book was within the first line, it tells you that she's a television producer, and I'm a news producer myself, and I'm getting really strong Once Upon a Time vibes from this. I really like that show, and I don't know what it was. I just thought, why not? The next book I picked up is Stolen by Lucy Christopher. This is one of those books that you look at and you're like, that's kind of interesting, and then you put it down, and then you walk away, and you come back, and you stare at it again. You walk over and you look at it, and then you put it back because you really don't need it, and then you walk away, and then you turn around, and you look back. Please, please, get me. So you get it. That is this book for me. This book is about a girl named Gemma who gets abducted and her abductor is trying to force her to love him. This book is written from Gemma to the guy that abducts her. I really don't know what it is about this book that I was drawn to. I thought, why not, for the whole $2 I spent at Goodwill for it. This will be interesting. Well, the next book I got is Cabin in Hall by Barbara Taylor Bradford. It's basically about this big house and the relationship between the people who live in it and the people who work in it. It is set in World War I. Really all I can think about is Downton Abbey, and I absolutely love that show. So I'm actually really excited about it. So the next 2 books I have in this haul are from a small bookstore that my roommate and I found. So the next book I got is Stars of Fortune by Noir. It's the first in the Guardians trilogy, and the reason I got that is because in December I got the 3rd one without realizing that it was a 3rd in a series. I'm a genius. So I was hoping that the 3rd one was going to be, you know, one of those that was in a series but you didn't have to read the other 2, and the more I read the synopsis, the more it sounded like I needed the first 2. This is about 3 goddesses who, to celebrate the coming of their queen, create 3 stars: fire, water, and ice. And by accident, they all fall from the heavens and put everyone in peril. 3 men and 3 women join forces to basically put them back together. Nora Roberts is just an author that I do enjoy, so I will get to this when I find the second one. It's so stupid. It says 3 right on the cover. I can't believe it. So the next book I have is The Queen of Tearling by Erika Johanneson. It is, I believe, the first in a series. So this is about a princess who on her 19th birthday is ascending to be the Queen of Tearling. She's got enemies and sorcerers all around her, and it doesn't look like she's going to be able to, I guess, succeed, but she's got weapons that no one knows about, such as the Tear Sapphire, which apparently has ridiculous magical powers. And an epic battle draws near, and she is forced to save her kingdom. Forced? So there are 2 main reasons why I got this book before I read the summary. First one is the cover, first off, is amazing, and that's what made me pick it up because it just looks gorgeous. The second thing is the princess's name is Kelsey. I can live through that and pretend that this person in this book is me, and I'm going to own that. The next 2 I got at Target. The next book is the only one that I purchased full price, and that is 1984 by George Orwell. This book should have been in my favorites haul. I didn't have a copy of it yet, so I forgot. I wanted this exact copy because that's the book that I read, and I saw this in Target, and it's been in there every single time I've gone in. Finally said, screw it, I'm getting it. This book was like $8. So the fact that my full price was $8, I'll take it. The next book I got at Target is one that I'm super excited about because I am never with it with book releases. I've gotten 2 books this month that were released this month, and I'm so excited about it. And the first one is Everless by Sarah Holland. Even I knew it was coming, and that is saying something. So Everless is about a girl named Jules who lives in a time where time is actually currency. You give up time on your life to pay for certain things, aka you give your blood, which turns into copper or iron, which turns into coins. Everless is the estate where the most powerful and richest family lives, and Jules goes to work on this estate. But plot twist, she and her father actually used to work on this place until an accident happened, and now she's going back. When she gets to this land, the youngest son is getting married to the queen, and he's really nice to her, which is surprising to her, and then another son is really mean to her, and there's a bunch of mystery surrounding the queen. And it was released this month, and I got it this month, and I'm about it. So the next book that I got is the one that I got in Owlcrate. So if you've watched that video, you already know what it is, and that is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I've actually started reading this book already, and my goodness, it is good. It's about this girl named Jude who is mortal, and she's growing up in a fairy world where mortals are looked down on as basically the scum of the earth. She's offered a place in the high court, which is all she wants. She just wants to prove that she can be just like any other fairy. And the Cruel Prince is actually the youngest prince. He is awful to her, and I really want to punch him in the face. I'm only like 80 pages into it. Just kidding, I'm 112 pages into it. He drives me insane. And the rest of the books that I got this month, I got when my roommate and I went to Goodwill and Plato's Closet for our roomie date day, and I just couldn't say no. So here we go. So the first one I got is Love Virtually by Daniel Glatter. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. And basically it's about a woman who accidentally sends an email, and it goes into this guy's mailbox, and he sends back saying, hey, you know, I'm not the person that you think I am. And they basically start up a correspondence, and it turns into love. But plot twist, she's already married, and they're afraid to meet each other because they're afraid of what that means. The one thing that this book is really cool is, I don't know if you can see, but they're told in emails. And I love books that are not traditionally written. I've never read anything that's written in email form before, and I feel like you can get through it really fast. At least I can. That was the most intriguing part to me. This was a total impulse buy. The next book I got is Slate House by David Mitchell. So Slate House is basically this iron door that's about down the street from a pub. Every 9 years, a resident from inside the house basically extends an invitation to someone who looks lonely and invites them in. And once they're inside and see what's going on, whatever that is, they want to leave, but they can't. I'm very intrigued as to what's going on in this house that makes it so terrible. It was one that I don't usually get, but I thought I'd get out of my comfort zone. It's not very long, so if I hate it, it was like $1 and it's not the end of the world. But I thought, you know, I also could love it. So we'll see how it goes. So the next book I got is, surprise, not fiction. It is Why Not Me by Mindy Kaling. I'm not like a drop dead, oh my god, it's Mindy Kaling fan, but I do enjoy good biographies or autobiographies or little memoirs into their lives. But the real thing that got me, I think, was the back cover, because it is her heart. I thought that was a really interesting way, because it didn't really describe the book, but it also described her at the same time, and I thought it was really creative. This was, again, just a total impulse buy. I am down to my last two. The next one I got is Go Set a Watchman by Harper Lee. This one I've been wanting to get forever because I love To Kill a Mockingbird so much. I've heard that it's not as great, which is fine. I knew that that world was interesting to me, and I thought it might be interesting to kind of see what comes next for these characters. The story is about Scott, who is now 26 years old, and she comes back to the town and to her father. While she's visiting her aging father, basically she's learning all these new things about people in her town, her own father, the court case that was set around the last book. New memories are coming back to her, and she's kind of like reliving it again, is what it sounds like to me. I wouldn't call it a sequel to To Kill a Mockingbird, but I did enjoy that book a lot, and there was a lot of hype around this book, so I thought I'd give it a go. And the last book on this long, long list of books that I bought is Ready Forever by Judy Blume. I'm going to probably get some hate for this, but I've never read this book. And I know last time I mentioned that to some people in my family, they were not happy and very surprised that I never actually read this book. I am too, honestly. I've never read a whole lot of Judy Blume, and I thought that's a book that I should have read a long, long time ago. So I finally found it. Forever is about a teenage couple who has sex for the very first time, and it was written in the 70s, which was a big, big no-no. It just got a lot for being that at that time. So that is all I have for you guys today. I have finally come to the end of my very long book haul. This is just me showing you how much of a problem I have when it comes to buying books. I have no self-control. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have you read any of the books that I have gotten? What are your thoughts? What do you think? What are some of the books that you guys bought this month? I would love to know what you guys are currently reading, what kinds of things you're excited about in the next year. Are you as bad as me when it comes to new books? Are you much better than me? Probably. I'm a mess. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like this video, and I hope to see you guys next week. Bye!